Sad time we don't have a DeCoster fun fact live.
Very sad. Is that I didn't listen to any of his audio files because I was driving all day. Is that one of the ones you sent?
Yeah, he sent his fun fact, and he sent his Mount Lakers Rushmore.
That.
I will put that all in after.
Okay.
Just, I'll give you. You want to start with his Lakers Mount Rushmore?
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, I think it was the same as mine. So he had Magic, Kobe, Kareem, and Shaq.
Fuck. That is also mine.
Wow, we all have the same one.
Yeah, I feel like that's a valid one though. That's probably the
Really
majority of people's. To put an interesting twist on it, so we do have a different opinion.
Yeah.
I asked Brendo his permission because, in my opinion, this was just an awful take. He put his fourth. He had, I think, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, and then he put Jack Nicholson on his as a fan. I was like, oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, he made the argument that fans, obviously they have a huge impact, as we can see with like teams losing fans this year. They have a huge impact. And I said, well, in my opinion, he's not even the best fan of all time. It's probably like Spike Lee.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, do you have him on your Knicks one? I was like, well, I don't know because we haven't gotten there yet. But there's more of an argument there than there would be for the Lakers, just because the Lakers have the history of such great players. But I guess just something interesting to think about.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I go Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Number one fan. Well, yeah, number one fan, or even on the Mount Rushmore. I feel like, honestly, if I would take anyone off, I might take like Kareem or Shaq off.
Yep.
Like Dr. Buss.
That's the one I brought up instead. I said if you're gonna put anybody on there that's not a player, it's gotta be Buss.
Yeah, like there's no one I'm not taking over. Like I won't take Phil Jackson. I definitely won't take Jack Nichols. No. Sorry, Brandon. That's not it.
I don't even know if he's on Mount Rushmore of fans, in my opinion. I feel like there's a lot of other.
I'm trying to think now.
Because you got Spike Lee, you got Drake, you got the other super fan from Toronto. I forget his name. It was the dude that would always shop. He was like some Indian guy.
Oh yeah.
That dude. There's other really good fans too as well. I just can't think of them off the top of my head, but
I'd say Kevin Hart, but every time he shows up, we lose.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
You know, this might not be like a team-oriented fan, but Kendall Jenner.
Oh yeah, fan of the people.
Exactly. Catch up Clippers games. What was it? Lakers games. I'm trying to think. Sixers games.
Yep.
Suns.
Going off that, Rihanna with LeBron, probably Hall of Fame. Mount Rushmore, Hall of Fame, everything. She's
I think that's where we have to end our whole Mount Rushmore fan one.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, a fan Mount Rushmore would be kind of lit.
It would. We can end the Mount Rushmore segment with fans. We'll figure it out. Like that'll be the last one we do.
I hope Kyle does not disrespect me again.
Yeah, he probably will. Knowing Kyle.
No. Just depressing from Kyle.
It really is.
Dude. So how do you feel about Jamal Murray's ACL tear?
That's tough. Is this linked to the segment about more injuries?
Yep.
Yeah. It's very tough. We saw a lot of it in football, especially everybody who was on my fantasy football team this year.
Oh yeah.
I don't think necessarily it's going to be a continuing trend. I just think because of the short off season, and then obviously all the games are smushed together this season, especially with teams missing COVID and then having to make up games on the schedule. There's a lot of back-to-backs, not a lot of rest nights. So I think next season it'll get a bit more back to normal. But this season, I'm not mad at players for resting this season if they want to. As long as they say that's the reason, I'm like Tyree, who's just like personal day. But
no, because what was it? I heard Stephen A. was saying today, like if you actually look at like the numbers, like injuries are actually down this year. But if you actually look at like who's getting injured more, it's usually now the star players.
Yeah.
Like I just tried to make like a short list of players that got hurt and missed like at least 2 weeks or like 10 games or more. So we have CJ McCollum, LaMelo now, LeBron, Embiid, Jamal Murray, Klay Thompson I threw in there, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, arguably maybe James Harden might. Like, these are players that all played in the bubble and stayed there past the first round, minus Embiid, but
everyone on the Celtics.
Yeah,
that's more COVID, but yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but like
tough. It's been a tough season.
And I was like, the stars are the ones getting hurt, so that's kind of the problem with it.
Yeah.
But like on top of that, brought this up, like players now resting is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we used to like crucify LeBron for it.
Yeah.
And now like if we really go back, like think about Kawhi with his time in Toronto and before that with the Spurs, like he pretty much sat out a whole year.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna pick and choose when I practice.
Yeah.
Now he won a title. And everyone's like, oh, I can do that now. It's like when you see Kawhi still doing it, and like now it's okay, but like he didn't really change.
Exactly. It's much different now than it used to be.
Yeah.
LeBron used to get crucified for that.
Yeah. And now everyone's like, all right, if LeBron needs to stay out to the playoffs, it's totally fine. It's like,
yeah.
Now it's okay. All right.
Switches up.
Yeah. We need to be consistent here, people.
Yeah, I agree.
No, but speaking of time missed, so we'll transition to our MVP talk.
Okay.
Who do you have right now?
I gave you a hard time in the group chat last night after Joel Embiid's monster game. I said Jokic. I do think it's between those guys. I don't think Harden has as much of a chance anymore because he's going to miss a lot of time.
Yep.
Obviously, LeBron's going to miss the rest of the season. In my opinion, the only dude that really has a chance to get up there with them is Dame, but he's kind of in a slump right now.
Yeah.
Like he's still putting decent games together, but not MVP games. So I think it's either going to be Jokic or Embiid. I really think, I don't know, if Embiid keeps putting up numbers like this, it goes to Embiid. But if Jokic can make a push to get a higher seed, I think he's got a pretty good chance at it. So honestly, I'd put it at like 50-50 right now.
Yeah, because I feel like the case for Embiid is he needs to keep doing what he's doing.
Yep.
It's like the next couple of games are like big ones. It's against they have a back-to-back against Milwaukee, assuming Giannis plays.
Yeah.
Be good. They have like a lot of matchups, but then he also has to not miss any games. The big thing, but I think the problem, like I would definitely probably say Jokic has the favorite right now, just not missing any games.
Mm-hmm.
But also the fact Jamal Murray did just get hurt.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like it's gonna hurt him because they probably will slip a couple games.
Yeah.
Unless like who's Michael Porter and Gary Harris have to step up now.
Yeah. Well, they don't even have Gary Harris anymore, right? They traded him. So yeah,
God, I forgot about that.
That's a tough look, especially with how he just got injured.
Yeah, that's
Rip Gary.
Who is their backup? It's the foreign dude, right?
Yeah, it's like Facu Campazzo, I think is his name.
Campazzo. Yeah, I don't think Campazzo is going to help them win a championship.
No. Role player at best.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. Also a little bit annoying, but
I can see that.
Not annoying as a person, but like annoying as like, how is this dude giving my team buckets right now?
He's like a TJ McConnell.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel a little bit bad for the Nuggets. Like playoff Jamal was their key.
I hope that's not. I don't know the timeline of when he tore his ACL. I hope I didn't speak that into existence by saying the Nuggets are a very overhyped team in the last podcast. In no way is that linked to my take. I was not saying anything like that at all. I did not speak that into existence.
We don't do injuries here. Well,
yeah.
I kind of did the Victor Oladipo one.
I somewhat did the Joel Embiid one, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. Those are beside the point.
Yep.
Now, I feel like I don't even know if for most improved anymore. Like, I feel like it's probably still Grant, but, like, you don't see either him or Christian Wood putting up huge numbers anymore.
Yeah, like, first part of the season, they were all over Instagram and everything, and, like, I'm not going out of my way to watch Pistons or Rockets games right now, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. So
now it's to the important teams.
Yeah, exactly.
I think six man, I'm pretty sure Jordan Clarkson has that just straight up locked up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about like who even rivals him for that. There's probably a few players, but none really, I don't think, close to him just based on how well the Jazz have done.
Yeah, I think so. I saw it was like Joe Ingles is next, his own teammate.
Yeah, like I don't even think that's close. Jordan Clarkson's obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like Jordan Clarkson pretty much has it locked up for this year.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And then Rookie of the Year, looks like Anthony Edwards is kind of running away with that.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad because we all know who it should have been.
Yeah. I feel his has an asterisk on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Could have been Melo.
It should be co-Rookie of the Year this year.
Yeah. I feel like Tyrese Halliburton could have put up a better fight.
I agree.
And I haven't actually watched the Kings game.
Yeah.
Done. But did you finally watch the Anthony Edwards clip about A-Rod?
It did. That was funny.
That was a good one. A fan.
Yeah. He's like, I don't even know who that is.
I think it makes it better because he said he was so good at baseball earlier this year. It's like, yeah, I played cleanup, pitcher, shortstop. It's like, you know all that, but you don't know A-Rod.
Exactly. Well, everybody should know A-Rod,
Yeah.
at least if you're involved in sports. Yeah.
I know it. Granted, he is like, what, 3 years younger than us?
That's sad to think about. Yeah.
It really is now that I put that out there.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I mean,
that's tough.
Let's make sure Luka is like a year younger than us.
Speaking of Luka, did you see that game winner last night?
I can't tell if that was talent, luck, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, yeah. I was talking to Brando. I was like, if you take away context, like no Game 7 in the finals, no playoff game winners, that might be one of the best game winners I've ever seen. Like, obviously, if you take out the situation of all the other game winners.
Yeah.
Brando said the Jeremy Lamb half-court shot against the Raptors, which was a pretty good one. That was
pretty nuts.
Yeah. But that Luka one, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I turned off the game after the fourth quarter. I was like, yeah, I don't need to watch this.
I did the same thing. Yeah, I started playing Warzone. Yeah.
That's depressing.
It is.
I want to hear that Jeremy Lamb half-court shot with the Hornets announcers now.
The new one? Yeah. That dude would have gone crazy.
I mean, for all I know, maybe he was there last year. We just don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
The Hornets are now just relevant.
He just found his stride.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Defensive player of the year. Who do you have?
I know who you have.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate. I'll say Rudy Gobert, and I'll let you say Ben Simmons.
I will say Ben Simmons.
Yeah. That way we don't have the same take on every single one of them.
That is true. Now,
I think it's close.
I will say it is close.
Honestly, I don't like either one of those players, so I could care less. Doesn't matter to me.
I'm also going to say I had Simmons at the beginning of the year, so
that'd be a big pick. You might win in the overall who gets the most right because of that one.
Well, I don't know because if we take away what I have Katie as MVP.
Yeah. I don't think any of us are getting MVP, though.
No. Kyle's the closest, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Then you probably have most improved.
Mm-hmm.
None of us have Rookie of the Year.
No.
You should have, but.
Yeah.
Then what else?
Me and you should have. Me and you should have. Kyle should not have.
Yeah. No, Kyle's was a terrible pick.
Yeah.
We've Obi Toppin, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so bad.
Yeah, that's a tough take.
Maybe that's why Kyle's in New York right now. He's going to yell at
hype him up.
So you gotta at least go off for 40 the last couple games.
Yeah. Need it.
Yeah. But then what else? 6 man of the year. I don't even remember who I picked. I think I picked Shake Milton.
Did you?
No, I picked Caris LeVert.
I might have picked a basic one like Lou Williams or something. I don't remember.
Dude. Oh, wow. Obi Toppin averaging 11 minutes a game, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 0.5 assists.
Those aren't the stats you like to see.
It's really not. I feel the sad thing is you could probably see that coming too.
Yeah.
You can't really expect Obi Toppin to be that great. That's sad. No, so back to defense play. If I get that right, I think we all just tie basic. Well, me and you tie.
Yeah. We could break it down by not really, because I was going to say, who finishes where on the ladders. LaMelo Ball would finish, second place or something. We could weight it by that. But we both have LaMelo Ball. So I guess it would go based on MVP.
But I think that'd be Kyle.
That's true. We'll figure out a way.
Yeah, we'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I feel like my main argument for Simmons is obviously he can guard 1 through 5. Mm-hmm. Doesn't need to guard the 5, though, because we have Embiid. But even when Embiid was out and we had the games where we had no center because Dwight Howard decided to get his ass ejected twice.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Simmons had to guard the 5 mostly. But usually he'll guard 1 through 4. He'll guard your best player every given night. Mm-hmm. Always leads the league in deflections, steals, loose balls, picked, recovered, all that stuff. And it's mostly Rudy Gobert, obviously – easily the best rim protector in the league. It's not too close, but you don't really unless it's Joel Embiid, you're not playing through your center Jokic anymore.
Yeah.
So guarding the paint is important, but like Rudy Gobert is not going out there locking up LeBron or guarding Booker.
Yeah.
He's not doing all of that. And then if we actually look at the game where Rudy Gobert had to guard Joel Embiid, it was a massacre.
Or Ben Simmons. Like, that's a tough look.
Yeah, and he's not a scorer. He said it himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
he's
tough.
Like the third option on the team.
That is tough. Yeah, by no means am I a Rudy Gobert advocate. I could care less about Rudy Gobert for shutting down the entire NBA. I hate that dude.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I just don't like him anyways. So I only said it so we didn't have the same take from most of our picks. But not a big Rudy Gobert guy, not a big Ben Simmons guy. So I could care less either way.
I forgot about how dumb that was.
Yeah.
Just let me touch everything.
Yeah, that was just insane.
And look where we are now, Rudy. Who's left now?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Bastard. Dude, did you see? I don't know if you saw. Yeah, I posted on our story. CJ McCollum's brother.
I did see that on our story. That was hilarious.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
So basically, just for people out there, he was trying to defend CJ, saying he's not a bad defender, saying he's an above average defender, but he was not aware the higher the defensive rating, the worse you are.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, the average defensive player is like 110. My brother's 113. So he's above average. It's like, no, he's a little bit below average.
Unfortunately not.
Like the Blazers are 116 without him, so clearly he's better. It's like, well, again, not how
that works.
Like that's just sad considering you play basketball and your brother's in the NBA.
Yeah.
I feel like you should know that.
At least run it by him first,
Yeah, just like this is correct, right? Like CJ's got his own podcast. He'll help you out.
Yeah, it's a good sentiment, but you just got to do a little bit of research first.
Yeah. It's not even that hard of research.
No, it's
what
really
is
not.
Defensive rating? Exactly.
Yeah. Pretty simple podcast or concept. Speaking of stuff you posted on our story, I'm pretty sure I saw this on there. LaMarcus Aldridge, that's tough news.
That was very tough.
I hate to see that.
I think the sad thing was, I mean, he might have taken it back by now, but I remember this morning watching Stephen A. Smith rip like LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin and them apart for like sitting. I was like, all right, well now I don't feel bad. Now I feel bad for LaMarcus.
That's the tough look.
I'm perfectly okay with him sitting out that game.
Yeah.
Like, especially, what is he? He's a 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA. Yeah. He's one of 8 players, or he's in one of only 25 players in history to have like 25,000 points, 8,000 rebounds.
Yeah, dude had a great career.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that is unfortunate for him is the game kind of switched on him.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
Quickly, too.
Yeah. And then, what was it? He had to play with Brandon Roy at the beginning.
Yep.
Great guard. And then he ended up with Dame. So it was a little tough look. I still think my favorite LaMarcus Aldridge moment is when they had the next generations for Slam. It was like Kobe and D'Lo, Cat and KG, and then Tim Duncan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
And like 30. It's like, all right.
It's a stretch.
It's a little bit. Was Kawhi? I feel like Kawhi was there. Was he?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I can't really remember, but it makes sense what you're saying. I kind of remember it, but I can't 100% say I think so.
I have to remember. Because I feel like if he was there, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe not in the long run. Either way. But, I mean, honestly, I don't know how I feel this like affects the Nets too much.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. And it's not like he was going to go out there and guard a center power forward very well. Yeah. And honestly, Claxton's pretty good at it.
He is. Was LaMarcus starting or was he coming off the bench?
What I heard was he was starting, but I think their lineup's just in so much of disarray they don't really have a starting lineup.
Changes. Yeah. I haven't seen a Nets game ever since they got him and Blake Griffin. It's a tough look for him. For the Nets, I don't think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, no. Because I think they said yesterday before the game, this is their 29th starting lineup.
Yeah.
Completely. I was like, all right. So I love how everyone's like, well, if healthy, they can win easily. It's like, well, didn't we say that last year?
Yeah.
About the Clippers?
It's just
like, granted, this team's a lot more talented.
Yeah.
But Blake Griffin's not really the talented one, so that's really not a problem.
The playoffs are different too, especially this year. Like anybody could easily miss a series, but by getting COVID, and it could affect multiple players on your team.
Yeah, like you can miss like 4 players in the entire. That would suck. Can you imagine that?
I've imagined it all season with the Boston Celtics, unfortunately. So
I mean, I feel like for the most part, y'all good. I was gonna say Tatum already had COVID, so he's good, but that's not true.
He's still like recovering. Like he had a press conference where he talked about how he actually still has to take an inhaler before every game, just to open his lungs up a little bit. Relatable. Yeah. I've never used an inhaler, so that's more your forte. I don't know. I just assume it would be very tough. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say even if you have COVID, aren't you free from it? But I guess that doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure KD had it, and he's been out twice this year.
Yeah, I mean, it just affects everybody in different ways. It's kind of unpredictable, unfortunately.
No, yeah. It also I think the most thrown off part of that game last night, besides giving up a 22-2 run in the last 5 minutes of the game, was just when the Sixers fans just started, KD sucks.
Yeah, that was a tough look. I don't understand the logic. There's a couple other things you could chant before KD sucks.
I was waiting. I was like, it was like Embiid at line. I was expecting MVP. I'm like, that's not what they're saying. I was like,
yeah.
I think the worst thing is don't say it to KD.
Yeah, I like the troll factor, but you gotta say something a little bit different. KD sucks.
Yeah, especially because he's gonna remember that knowing KD.
Yeah, dude is very petty.
Yeah, next time we see him, he's gonna drop 50 on us. Just remind us. That's great.
Probably hopped on all 17 of his burners after the game.
Yeah, dude, I think my favorite part of that whole game was it was Doris Burke was like, DeAndre Jordan's done a great job on Embiid this half. I'm like, he has 21 points.
Yeah.
In what world is that a good job?
I watched the first half of that game, and I was like, wow, DeAndre Jordan is washed. This is not the DeAndre Jordan I used to watch back in the day on the Clippers. Not even the same thing.
Well, let's just remember that him and DeMarcus Cousins were once top of the NBA.
Yeah, Rip Boogie.
Yeah. Boogie's the sad one.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of news from my guy, Isaiah Thomas. Obviously, his 10-day contract with the Pelicans is over. Did not get picked up, but this could hurt me, or this could make my entire year. He's received interest from teams including the Milwaukee Bucks, the Miami Heat, and the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Isaiah Thomas is my favorite player of all time. It's close between a few players, but he is my favorite player of all time. If he goes to the Bucks or the Heat, I'm going to be so emotionally confused. I'm not going to know what to do. But if he comes back to the Celtics, I'm probably going to be the happiest person on the face of the earth. Dogecoin could hit $200, and I'd be happier if Isaiah Thomas came back.
Really?
I would be that happy. Yes.
Wow.
I need it to happen. Please, Danny Ainge, realize you messed up. You made a mistake. Everybody knows it. Just admit you're wrong and bring him back, please.
I don't think he made a mistake.
There's a chance if we didn't make that trade for Kyrie Irving. Obviously, if Kyrie Irving stays, it's a great trade in the long run. But if we didn't make that trade, there's a chance we go to the finals that year after Isaiah Thomas comes back. Because Kyrie Irving didn't play in the playoffs. Isaiah Thomas would have been back by that time. Kyrie Irving threw the lob to Gordon Hayward. That pass would have never been made. Gordon Hayward doesn't snap his ankle. There's a chance we make the finals that year. And you know what?
Butterfly effect.
Part of that is on Danny Ainge. Gordon Hayward's injury, that part of that is on Danny Ainge. And I'm not trying to point 100% fingers, but Danny, just realize you're wrong, bring IT back, make it right, please.
But how would IT help you, really?
The scoring.
I guess.
A leader. I mean, that year we did make it to Game 7 against LeBron and the Cavs, and it was just Tatum, Brown, Rozier.
A really, really bad Cavs game.
It was, yeah. But the East was very bad that year, so that is the year we could have made the finals, but who knows?
I actually realized something from that. When the Sixers were the third seed when we lost to you guys, when we first made the playoffs, I bet a kid in my dorm $100 at the beginning of the season that the Sixers would make the playoffs.
Wow.
And he's like, bullshit, no way. He's like, so where are they? I'm like, they're the third seed. Never got paid.
Oh.
Just realized that.
Not like Kyle. Kyle paid you the 100.
Yeah, it only took him a year.
Yeah.
And it was in increments.
Very small increments.
We went to a Rice game. He's like, all right, He's like, oh, the tickets on me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was gonna pay for it. He's like, and after he's like, oh yeah, by the way, that's coming out of your 100. I was like, oh, now you tell me.
Yeah.
So thanks, Kyle.
It's finessing his payments.
Yeah. But he at least paid me. Miles.
That's all that matters.
$2. That's sad.
What a guy.
Who was it? I don't even know who was on the Kings yesterday. Had the poster.
Oh, Terrence Davis.
Yeah.
Got teed up.
Everyone's dunking on people now.
Yeah.
Like the last week, we've had at least 10 posters probably.
Yeah, there's two trends in the NBA: massive posters and people getting teed up for soft reasons. I'm here for one of those reasons. The other reason can go away. I don't like that anymore. People getting teed up for the smallest thing is just very annoying.
It's a tee.
Like Tatum got teed for slamming the ball. Like he just bounced the ball in front of him and went up, and he got teed up for it.
That's the dumbest technical ever.
Jokic got teed up a couple plays after. It's just nobody wants to see that.
I think the only time I can really disagree with the Sixers technical is Dwight Howard, and even then, it's a little with it. There'd be times I'd love for them to get a technical, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's just I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just want to watch actual basketball. I don't care about the technical.
I don't really need the refs getting involved in it.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's all we ask for.
It goes back to our old thing. I think refs should have to do the post-game interview.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Do it.
That would be very interesting.
Terrible calls, though.
Yeah.
So it's interesting for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, actually, I'd like to redo my Lakers Mt Rushmore.
Okay.
All right. So at the very top of it, I have Nick Young.
Wow.
Yep. Then we'll have Roy Hibbert.
Respectable.
D'Angelo Russell after he snitched. Not before, just after he snitched.
Yep.
That deal only. And let's see. How did I? Kwame Brown.
Wow. Sounds like this was submitted by Dion. Dion's Mount Rushmore for Lakers.
Hey, Kwame Brown helped Kobe combine for 63 points once.
He did. He was there for that. He was present.
He contributed a solid point. Not all players can do that.
He's no Luke Walton contributing with Kobe, but he was there for the 63.
It's true. Then we have Roy Hibbert. He was present during Kobe's last season.
Yep. Great bench presence.
Yeah. The snitching D'Angelo Russell. It's iconic.
A lot of attention to the Lakers for that one.
Exactly. There's a lot of, and it's hard to get even more eyes on LA. Mm-hmm. He found a way to do that.
A different version of Showtime. That's what he was there for.
And then the other part to that, Nick Young.
Yep.
He led the Lakers for a year.
Yep.
I don't think he won Sixth Man of the Year, but he should have.
The classic turnaround after the three-pointer that he thinks is going in, doesn't go in. Yep. Bro. Hate to see it.
That was sad.
Everybody's been there.
Yeah. Was he crashed the Chinese toboggan?
Yep.
Season. Dated Iggy Azalea. That one kind of looking like it's a good thing you got rid of that. Well, I think this wasn't really him, but
yeah.
You know what I mean.
One of the all-time memes with the question marks. Great meme format.
That is true. See, Nick Young. Underrated Laker great.
Underrated.
From LA.
He is. Hometown.
Exactly. And he went to USC, so basically born and bred. Actually, Sixers, can we sign Nick Young? Oh, I would love that.
Veteran presence in the locker room.
Yeah, that's what we'll call him.
Yeah.
Dude, I also like to point out Ben Simmons shot a 3 last night.
Did he? I assume he missed.
It was from half court, but
Okay. I was gonna say I would have seen it all over Instagram if he made it. I wasn't trying to take a shot, but yeah, if he made it, everybody would have known about it.
Was he made 1 this year? Maybe 2.
That's tough. That is tough.
I would just love for him to develop a jump shot. It'd be terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know what's I assume he works on it quite a bit because I see him warming up taking threes. There's got to be something there that's holding him back.
I feel the part that confuses me though is before go back 2 seasons ago before you got Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris.
Mm-hmm.
he was actually taking like mid-range jump shots.
Yeah.
He'd take like 2 or 3 a game. He wouldn't ever really be close, but he was at least attempting them.
Yeah.
Now that's gone.
I feel like a lot of that is probably confidence because he just has everybody shitting on him for shooting.
Yeah.
And, like, being a shooter, everybody, like, I don't know. There was a study a while ago disproving the whole hot hand theory. That is a complete lie. Like, being a shooter, confidence is, like, 100% everything. If you don't have the confidence, you're not playing well at all. So he probably just needs to get that confidence going a little bit, and then it'd be much, much easier for him to kind of pull up a little bit better.
Yeah. That's sad. I mean, because imagine if he had a jump shot.
Yeah, no, he'd be
locked
dangerous.
as the next LeBron.
Yeah, it'd be like what Giannis is trying to do.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah, Giannis taking a 3 is like I get so excited whenever I see him pulling up.
Yeah, see, at least Ben Simmons, he's not dumb enough to do it. I guess I'll give him that.
Yeah,
he's never gonna take a 3 in a clutch situation.
Giannis does, which just baffles me. Yeah,
that's one I'm perfectly fine with. If it's between like Tobias Harris or even Embiid taking a 3 over Simmons, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'll take fucking Shake Milton taking a 3 over him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Anyone on that roster.
Yeah.
Except for Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, you're not allowed.
Unless it's from the corner. Money from the corner.
Dude, I remember watching the Bucks game. He took like 5 free throw line jumps. I'm like, what is he doing?
Dwight Howard did?
Yeah, and he made like 2 of them. I was like, you're really lucky, but please stop.
That's a stretch. It's a stretch for Dwight.
Because then he started doing it in overtime, and I was like, all right, we lost.
I didn't realize how old he was.
How old is he?
Let me look it up. Yeah. They were talking about it the other day. I think he said he's the oldest player, or somebody said he's the oldest player on their roster.
Is he? Dude, I think my favorite part was yesterday when someone's like, it was like the end of the half, and he's like, Dwight Howard actually hasn't played this first half. I'm like, he's not even he's injured.
And then he's 35. Like,
oh, he's the oldest.
I think so.
I thought like Danny Green.
Let me look up Danny Green's age.
I don't think Seth Curry's the oldest. Seth Curry.
Danny Green is 33.
Wow. So Dwight Howard, and Seth Curry's 30. Wow.
Yeah.
He's the oldest one on our roster.
2 years, too.
It's not that old, to be fair, I guess.
Yeah, no, especially for a big man. Like, it's not like
he's still pretty athletic.
Yeah.
And he had like those, basically a couple seasons off, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Dwight Howard also gave it one of the greatest post-game interviews.
Which one?
The one where he was talking about the D.
Oh, yeah. Like Schroeder in the background.
Yeah, our D was good tonight. We just got to keep that D up. It's like,
yeah. To a female reporter, too.
Yeah, I feel like she either was completely oblivious or was just trying to stay professional.
Played it off well, yeah. One of those ones.
If she was staying professional, like, hats off to her. Like,
props.
Good job.
Major props.
Yeah. I don't know how I don't think I could keep a straight face through that.
No.
I would be
I
like.
Been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have just ran. I was like, nope, I'm out.
That was tough luck. He's had some troubled years for sure, though.
Oh, yeah. The whole Kobe situation.
Yeah.
Into the Rockets.
The rumors.
Was a little awkward.
Yeah. Bunch of rumors about his personal life.
Yeah. And then didn't help the fact he was on a team with Kelly Oubre.
Yep. Forgot about that.
Good thing Kelly got traded.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
I still think my favorite was when he was on the Hornets and he's like, I think I'm gonna start taking threes this season. And Dwight Howard's been traded.
I completely forgot he was on the Hornets.
Yeah, he led the league in rebounding that year.
Yeah.
He's actually decent. I don't know why they got rid of him. Could we imagine that though if he stayed? The Dwight Howard, Miles Bridges combo with LaMelo Ball.
That would be very unreal.
Everywhere.
Yeah. That Hornets team's going to be good in a couple of years. I mean, they're already good, but I don't know. This year seems kind of fake to me.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's kind of somewhat feels normal now with fans back.
Yeah.
But
I feel like once all the fans come back, there's going to be a few teams you're not going to see at the top of the league. Like the Sixers, I'll give them that. They probably deserve to be there. They're definitely a top 3 team in their conference. But like the Suns and the Jazz, I'd say they're top 5, top 6. They're not top
yeah, that definitely
right
helps
now.
Being young and not having to deal with fans as much.
Yeah.
But if we also do remember last year, the Sixers had the worst road record. It was awful.
Yeah.
It was so bad. They had the best home record.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
But to our credit,
it doesn't help when you play double.
Yeah. Although this year, even though there's been a lack of fans, we have the second year tied for second best road record.
There you go. That's probably a lot of Doc Rivers too.
It really
the coaching staff they brought in.
Yeah, the fact Ben Simmons actually says they're held accountable now is like, huh.
Yeah.
Changes a lot.
Brett Brown did not look like a dude who belonged coaching grown men. I don't know.
I felt kind of bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, considering he stuck through the process, and now has the worst coaching record in history.
Is the worst? Wow, I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure.
That's tough.
It's like the worst win percentage. It's like, all right, it's not his fault, so at least let him reap the benefits. I was like, all right, maybe not.
Seems like a great guy. Just doesn't seem like the best coaching candidate.
He's probably better for like assistant coach.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because I'm trying to think. The moment I heard it was between him and Jimmy Butler, and we picked Brett Brown, I was like, all right, maybe I should have went.
That's a tough look. That was a very tough look.
You look at the team now compared to without him. Also, I guess a lot of it's Daryl Morey, because last year's team really was a weird fit.
Yeah. Well, it was like I forget what happened. You probably know better as a Sixers fan, but the way I remember is like you had a team where you didn't have a lot of shooters, and to respond to that, you traded away your shooters.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
So, in order to get Josh Richardson, we traded Jimmy Butler, obviously, because he wanted to leave anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But during that, we decided to leave JJ alone and just let him leave.
Yep.
Despite him saying he wants to come back. We traded Landry Shamet. Who was being a sniper. Granted, that was for Tobias Harris, so that one's okay.
Yeah.
But then, instead of to fix our three-point problems, we decided to sign Al Horford. I think he might be my most hated Sixer of all time.
Yeah.
Right up there with Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, no, that's valid. That is valid.
Yeah, I tried to think about this yesterday. I was like, all right, if we didn't draft Jahlil Okafor in that draft, who could we have gotten? So we would obviously need like a scoring guard.
Mm-hmm.
D'Angelo Russell already off the board. We could have had Devin Booker. I was like, love that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Could have had Kristaps Porzingis even. Like, he might be more injury prone, but at least he's a starter.
Yeah.
Could have had Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, that would have been great for you.
Yeah. Everyone wins except taking Okafor when we already had two centers.
One of Kyle's favorites. He's not even here to stand up for him.
No one should stand up for him. He's a bum. Absolute bum.
That's tough.
In the NBA anymore.
Is he not?
Let's look him up. He might be. Jahlil Okafor. Well, let's see. He plays for the Pistons.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It really does.
That makes a lot of sense. Did he?
He played against the Clippers. He played 5 minutes.
Yep.
He had 2 points.
Good for him.
Yeah, right?
Almost efficient.
Yeah. He was 1 for 1.
I'm looking up his season stats right now.
I guarantee he sucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Let's see.
I'd be more mad at Michael Carter-Williams for never panning out, but we at least traded a lot for him.
Yeah. At least you got something for it.
Yeah.
Okafor averages 10 minutes exactly, 4.7 points, shoots 60%, pretty efficient. 25% from 3, though. That's tough. And then 2 rebounds, 0.5 assists.
That's number 3 pick for you right there.
Yeah. That's a tough look.
Yeah, I was trying to think of this. Like, everyone calls, like, Lonzo Ball a bust. And granted, you could probably take a lot of players over him in that draft looking back at it.
Yeah.
But in no way I don't think he's a bust.
No, I agree.
He's a really solid player. Like, Jahlil Okafor is what you look at as a bust.
Yeah.
Like, a bust is someone you can't play.
Yeah.
You take him top 5. Jahlil Okafor, Anthony Bennett. Fucking, I don't even know his sheet.
Kind of Nerlens Noel. I'd put him up there. I said Nerlens Noel a little bit.
He was like the top pick.
Oh, he was? I thought he was a lot higher. I thought he was top 5.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, he might. I did like Nerlens Noel, though. He showed a lot of promise his rookie year. He was the 6th pick.
Yeah, so he's like borderline.
on his career averages 22 minutes, 7 points, 6 rebounds, and assists, shooting 54%.
Yeah, not bad, but not like number 6 pick.
Not a 6 pick.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like there's. I'm trying to think because I was looking at like rookies that were doing surprisingly well, and they had Isaac Okoro. I was like, oh, that's true. I guess I kind of forgot what the Cavs are doing.
Yeah.
He's averaging like 9 points. I'm like, was that the impressive part?
Wasn't he like the 5th pick in the draft?
He was like the 4th.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd expect more than 9 points for
I was
top
like,
5 pick.
That's not good.
Especially on the Cavs, it's like you have Sexton, you have Garland, but like you don't have a lot of scorers on the Cavs. Like you should be putting up a lot bigger numbers than that.
I think one pick that seems like a steal that really isn't now is what was his name? Denny Advia or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, he was hyped up. No one remembers him. Yep. Okay, no, my bad. Patrick Williams was the 4th pick.
Okay.
Isaac Okoro was 5. And then 6 was Onyeka Okongwu. Well, I'm pretty sure he's been hurt most of this year.
Yeah, pretty much injured the entire year.
Killian Haynes injured most of the year. I think he just came back. Obi Toppin, Kyle's guy.
Yeah, yikes.
And then Denny Advia, Jalen Smith, 10 to the Suns. I'm pretty sure he was in the G League.
Yeah, it seems like a kind of sucky draft, not going to lie.
Yeah, like really after this, you don't really see that many great players. Like, let's look. Anthony Edwards, great pick, looking at it. Yep. James Wiseman, torn meniscus, still a good player in the future.
Yep.
Obviously, the man LaMelo Ball.
Rookie of the year, should have been. Yep.
Patrick Williams. And then let's skip to what? 11, Devin Vassell on the Spurs. No idea.
Haven't heard of him.
12th, Tyrese Halliburton.
That's a good pick, yeah.
Back probably should have went to the Bulls.
Yeah.
That would have been a great selection. Celtics, Aaron Nesmith.
Not even the best rookie on our team right now. It is tough because he plays the same position as Brown Tatum. He's played okay, but Payton Pritchard's the better rookie on our team just based on opportunity and how he's played.
Yeah, I've never really seen him. I just remember like he seemed like a very weird position to take.
Yeah, it's just because like he was seen as the best shooter in the draft, and he hasn't quite found his shot yet, unfortunately.
Then we have 15, Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
It's okay. Portland drafts Isaiah Stewart and trade him to the Pistons. I don't really know who that is. Then Timberwolves, Electra Pokaowski trade to the Thunder. Oh, Poku or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I've heard of him, but I don't really know what he's doing.
I'm in that same boat.
18, Josh Green to the Mavs. Doesn't really play. 19 was Sadiq Bey.
Great pick.
That's a great pick right there, yeah. 20, Precious Achiuwa to the Heat. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
21, the Sixers draft Tyrese Maxey. I love the pick, even though he doesn't really play that much anymore.
Yeah, that's tough.
A lot of potential.
Probably in the future he will.
Yeah. The Nuggets, Zeke Nangia.
Never heard of him.
Knicks drafted Lindaro Bolmaro, and he was traded.
Also never heard of him.
The Bucks drafted R.J. Hampton, went to the Nuggets, then obviously he's now in Orlando. I looked at his stats, I think, earlier today. He's actually been pretty good on the Magic.
Has he?
Yeah, he had like 26 the last game, something like that.
It is a team where it's like you got a ton of opportunities, so you can kind of take over. Yeah.
Like Fultz injured.
Yeah.
And 25, this is probably still draft Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have Peyton Pritchard.
Mm-hmm.
Then Adulko Azubuike, Kansas Jayhawk. So I think he hurt himself. The Lakers drafted Jaden McDaniels, traded to the Timberwolves.
Yep.
He's actually pretty good. I've seen him.
Yeah, I've seen him play a decent amount of minutes, actually.
Raptors, Malachi Flynn. I don't really know anything about him.
Yeah, same.
Celtics draft Desmond Bane and trade him to the Grizzlies.
I was going to say, I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember him. Mavs draft Tyrell Terry. All right, I'm just going to wrap it through these now. Brennan Terry, Theo Maladon, Xavier Tillman, Tyler Bay. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not going to try. Saban Lee, Elijah Huggs, Robert Wooden, Trey Jones, Nick Richards, Jamori Ramsey. Okay, basically a lot of nobodies at the end.
I was going to say, I haven't heard of, like, any of these dudes.
Okay, here's a couple, guys. 52, Kenyon Martin Jr.
Okay, yeah. Plays decent minutes on the Rockets.
Cassius Winston.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot he's on the Wizards.
I did too.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up. And then Cassius Stanley went to the Pacers, 54. Oh, and then my guy, 58th pick, Paul Reed, D-ball Paul.
Was he the G League? Yeah.
Rookie of the year.
Damn. The accolades.
Yeah. Does not play though, but you know.
Yeah. All he needs is opportunity.
Yeah. But realistically, this draft looks pretty weak.
Yeah, this was a pretty top-heavy draft, which is weird because they said it was going to be like a kind of more level draft.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's not looking like it.
Like even, I don't know. I feel like some players, like you can tell just by their name.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Smith.
Not doing it.
Like Obi Toppin, you know.
Unless you're Kyle.
Yeah. Like LaMelo Ball, James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards. Those are NBA names.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Quickly, NBA name. Then we have someone, Tyler Bay. That just sounds like a lacrosse player, if you ask me.
That's actually great. I don't know what to call that. It's just a great statement right there.
Yeah.
Because it's such a lacrosse name. Yeah.
I really do. Like, you don't hear anyone with like a basic name becoming an NBA superstar.
No. Speaking of Kyle and Obi Toppin, what are the odds Kyle listens to this podcast?
0%.
Kyle, if you're listening to this right now, tell me, and I will give you $5 if you can prove that you listen to this podcast.
We'll give you all of his stocks in Dogecoin.
Well, that's I don't know. Dogecoin is actually skyrocketing right now.
It really is.
It's almost at 20 cents.
I've debated selling it and just buying back in, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna ride the wave.
Just today alone, I've made $1,200.
Jeez, it kind of makes me wish I put in more money.
Yeah, I'm at a total profit of $3,756 right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put in like $8 and now it's like, yeah, I've made like $15. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Wish I put in a lot more now.
I do too. I wish I would have put in like a couple hundred more. That would have been nice.
Yeah. Oh well. So Kyle, I highly doubt you're listening.
No.
You know. Shut up, Alexa. But
I'm just not a real fan. Not a real fan of the podcast.
It's sad you can't even get someone who's on it to listen to it.
Right.
Granted, I don't know if I've listened to the last like 7.
I listen to them in the car on my way to classes and stuff.
That's fair. I find it very hard for me to go back and re-listen to it, mostly because I spend so much time editing them.
Yeah, you basically listen to it. Yeah,
so I put plays over and like, all right, I don't want to hear this again.
Yeah,
but hey, you have no excuse.
Yeah, none at all. You gotta find time, Kyle.
Yeah, like you're even supposed to set up our let's run a little blast Kyle session now. See if he listens.
Yeah.
Kyle, you were supposed to set up our PayPal to get our funds, and
forgot about that.
Still haven't seen those funds, Kyle. What's up with that?
Shame.
You have one job. Just come here with a fun fact and be slightly prepared.
And set up the PayPal.
Yeah.
And today you roll for 3. Well, I guess he has the fun fact because there's the audio file you're going to plug.
He really showed dedication there. I'll give him that.
I haven't listened to it. Is it a good fun fact?
Actually, yeah, it was. Let me see. I think it was if Andre Drummond made his next like 10,000 free throws, he'd still have a worse percentage than Steph Curry.
Wow. I think that's a poached fun fact. I saw that on ESPN, but that's a good fact.
I'll give it to him now. He at least tried.
He did. He
tried. I'll give Kyle that. So, Kyle, there's your little props. Good job.
Good job, Kyle. Golf clap for Kyle. Good job. If you're even listening, probably not, but that's okay.
Yep. All right. So
that's a good episode. Yeah. That's a good one. All right. See you, dude.